Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? We are now reading for the sign of Cancer. And your oracle cards in the Pure Magic Oracle Cancer are very psychic in nature. There you are. They speak of remembering how to cleanse, remembering how to remove toxic, negative energy from your space, from your body, from your sphere of existence. So, what you're basically doing is remembering to take care of yourself. You are remembering that other people's energies should not affect you at your core level. They can be present, you can acknowledge them, but you are not allowed to allow them to penetrate your aura enough to affect you on a level where it may be negative for you. And the underlying oracle card for this is drawing down the moon, which is a very psychic card as well. They're both water energy, both very psychic. And the water energy of drawing down the moon speaks of there's a necessity of stillness at times, but to not get caught up in the stillness of stagnation, to be present in the moment and be still for a moment, but not to stop moving, because the moon never stops. She's constantly in phase and out of phase and waxing and waning, and life goes on. And this also has a deep, dark femininity to it. By dark, I mean shadow-like in nature. The goddesses associated with the moon and the dark moon are quite interesting creatures. They are usually pretty volatile if provoked. They're dangerous, but yet soft, generous, and loving in their own way and for their own. They take care of themselves first, and then they bring what they can to others after they've taken care of themselves. And maybe that's considered selfish by some, but that is not what you are being asked to understand here. You are being asked to come from a place of true essence, understanding that your darkness is also a secret beauty in its own way. And your underlying card is darkness, is the middle of internal darkness. And I see these swords more being kind of beams of light coming from you in a dark time. This time around, typically this card is a card of suffering. It is a card of self-induced suffering, because we've been stuck in a holding pattern for a while, and now we've gotten to the next level. If you embrace this, if you take the time to understand this, but continue to make moves, you're going to come out of this with a little more excitement and prospects for maybe a new incoming love in the future. So you may be moving away from a current love, but I see a lot of good coming in down the road. And it might be a hard time for you right now, and that's okay. But never forget that even in darkness, we flourish. You know, plants can't grow without sun, but they also can't grow with constant sun either. There's a need for balance, a spectrum. The shadows and shades of life help us to evolve, and you are growing spiritually right now. And this is a time where you need to embrace the beauty of your own darkness. And it'll be different for all of you. But let's get started. Your center card is a card of entrapment, self-entrapment in the mind, struggling to see your way out of a situation. The woman is blindfolded because she is unable to make a choice. She is so clouded in her racing mind of what is currently her focus that she is not understanding that the ropes around her are actually not that tight, and that there are sharp knives surrounding her, but yet she's not noticing that she could possibly wriggle her way out of those ropes or cut them off with one of those knives if she was just careful enough and took the time to know and sense her surroundings. She could possibly even get herself out of it completely before even having to cross over through the knives and avoid, danger. What's crossing the situation, helping or hindering it, is the King of Swords. This is rationality. So, it's mastering the mind. So, there's this weird dichotomy of being stuck, but also being able to be rescued by yourself or someone else. This could be a damsel in distress type of thing, now that I look at it this way. He's coming in to save the day, but does she need him? I don't think she does. This card always depicts a woman, typically a woman, not being able to free herself. But she has her own power, and that's what your oracle cards speak of. The power to remove the negative. You have your own power to do so. You don't need any help from any outside sources. You yourself are powerful enough to clean up your life. In the past, I see there was a blessing of abundance from the universe. The Ace of Pentacles. A gift that is a seedling, but no mere seedling. Like, it is a big gift from the universe. And because it can grow into something quite beautiful and abundant in time. And I see that it maybe is what has currently made you feel quite comfortable. You've gotten there. You've reached mastery of your material world in some way, shape, or form. You attained something. But for some reason, you feel conflicted. Cancer, I don't know. if it's just an emotional blockage that's causing you this strife that you're going through. Maybe it's just passionate advances that are maybe, it may be that somebody around you is going through a hard time, or they are moving away. And that maybe somebody has told you that you are invested in, that they have found somebody else and they're moving on. Now, you would already know about this. This is in the past. This person came in the past. This is current, so you're already experiencing this. And that's why your underlying card is one of struggling. It could be that a friend is moving away as well. Like, that you've built up this life for yourself, and then finally, something else happens where, we all have our little hiccups in life. I had a friend move away from where I lived a couple years ago, and it devastated me. I was so close with her, and I felt like, we would lose touch, and we have a little bit, but so what I'm saying is this could be that kind of situation. Also, I see her not seeing that she's wise enough to handle a situation, or that you potentially give me one moment. Yeah, the master of your domain. You are the master of your domain. Or a man in your life, or a masculine, divine masculine figure. It could be male or female, it doesn't matter. Somebody who's on their game, who's created an empire, who gets to sit and watch it continue to grow because he's put in the work up until this point. I see that you're unaware that there is this new passionate beginning. Now, this could be in the subconscious mind. Maybe you're yearning for something. You could be yearning for a more sexual relationship, or maybe you're yearning to have intimacy with somebody else. Either way, there's a seed planted that's begun to grow. You might be stressed about it, like somebody's made an offer and it's stressing you out romantically. And this person could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, as the cards in the middle show, like air signs. In the past, it was pretty work-oriented, and it's kind of like a solo thing. And then now it seems there is an abundance of passion welling up inside you, a seed that's growing. This can also be, because I say, a kind of bondage situation, if you want to get technical about it. I also see that damsel in distress thing coming over. So this person could be of earth and air signs predominantly. And maybe this is a hot new thing. I just see like you feeling stuck for some reason and needing to cleanse and clear and be powerful in your own. Like in the future, I see a balancing of input and output, of giving and receiving that is balanced in nature. Those who deserve or need more get more. And it's a generosity. It's a gift. So maybe in the past you had this new beginning and it was just a seedling. And now it's grown into something that is both giving and receiving in nature. There's an even give and take here. And there's passion and there's physicality here. So this very well could be a relationship. It also could be a relationship between, and this is just for one or two people out there that are watching my videos, which not many people are right now. Eventually, someday maybe. Two men. I see two men here. But it also could be a woman choosing between two men or not seeing her other options, or knowing of those other options and not being able to see what the potential of a situation is because she's caught up in her stressors and her worries about the situation. I do feel like you do have some potential to switch everything around and get clear on what's going on here, because you are in your own power here. Your advice is to take the good, the bad, and the ugly and use it as a driving force to move you forward, give you momentum. So anything that's happened that's been difficult, maybe this situation, you're feeling stuck in a relationship that's not working out, and there's this new beginning, this seed that was planted in the past, and now in the future there's a potential for it to give and receive. I don't know if maybe you're getting clear about some situation that's led you to be stuck, but the thing that worries me a little bit is that you yourself are the Eight of Pentacles, and then your underlying card for the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. So we're moving towards the Ten of Pentacles. We don't want to continue to manifest anything we don't want in our life. So stressing and freaking out about it is really not going to help at all. It's just going to move things along in a direction you don't want. So what I say is the best bet is to look for help around you if you can. It looks like somebody is going to be offering their assistance in the future. But the thing is that you had this money in the past, and then maybe now somebody's not seeing somebody's maybe mental agility, manipulation, and somebody's been kind of, in the future you'll be giving money to somebody. There's a potential for that. I don't think that's what it is. All right, let's move on, and I'll go back. So this is your card. This is the card of Cancer in the tarot. There's a couple cards, but this one in particular resonates high for me as being the major arcana of Cancer. And it's a number 7, so it's a very spiritual card. It reminds me of the Merkaba, of the angels that run the chariot in a way. Because they're like lion creatures, and the Sphinx have lion feet. And this is also a card that speaks of mobility, and in the most mundane sense, cars and any kind of vehicle. So there's some new passion growing within you subconsciously that you're getting very eager to kind of manifest something physical. I see a physical manifestation that's wanted. Feeling stuck. Um, what surrounds the reading is your ability to. You've already manifested your empire. So the stress that you're just stewing in, I don't understand what it is. I mean, the King of Swords cuts out what leaves you stuck. So he cuts those ropes. So it seems like a friend is helping you to get out of a situation that has been making you feel stuck. And in the past, this person might have came into your life, and that was a blessing. And it's leading you to feel more secure in what you've created for yourself, and what you have to offer. And you're becoming sexually attracted to this person, or there is a spark of some kind growing, an interest growing in this person. And in the future, I see an equal give and take. Like, you may have to help this person with something that they're going through. And so there will be a divine balance in things, a sharing of generosity, of good times, and gifts. And your advice is to bring the dark and the light together in your life to push you forward. So whatever troubles you're going through now, use that in itself and this positive thing that's happening for you to project you forward. And boy, do you project forward. People are seeing you as being like elated. They're seeing you at your truest nature. It's almost like childlike, how happy you are to other people. Maybe you're not happy though. Maybe you're stuck in a situation with this King of Wands or this King of Swords, excuse me, and you feel trapped, and people are seeing you as happy because you're putting on that face. You're putting on that face of, I'm doing great and everything's good, and it's just like a mask you wear. You know, she's wearing a mask, kind of, sort of, you know. It's not over her mouth, but it's definitely over her eyes. So I feel like you're getting freed up by somebody else or yourself. And there's going to be a balance created in the future from this. In your finances, possibly in your physicality. Maybe you're unhappy sexually with somebody, and in the future there'll be more of a give and take with this person currently or with somebody else. I see a divine feminine power in your oracle cards that's dark and sexual. So there's kind of like, it's like a girl power reading. For those of you who are men, this can pertain to you in a totally different way. It could be you that needs to harness that more receptive energy. I do see that others will be seeing you as doing really well, expressing yourself, being creative. What you're hoping for is a family, is a legacy, is to build up this seed into more than just a one person show, to be able to share your wealth with others. And it seems that in the future you do. If you are looking to be a humanitarian in any way, if you're looking to help women or protect women in any way, if you are somebody who is kind of rooting for the underdog and want to get into philanthropy or humanitarianism, I see in the future you will. Because for the most part, we have a progression. We have the 1 pentacle. We have the 6 pentacles. The king would come after the 6. He does come before, technically, but he's at the top. He's the king of his domain. So there is this kind of progression of pentacles, growing of the money, of the coffers. Money's coming out of the walls, here money is literally coming out of the walls, because the walls were made from the legacy that we built all together, the family. So I feel like you're hoping for that ability to grow your finances enough to be able to start a family business, or to start a family and be able to support that family and be comfortable. But there is this cleaning house that's being done. There's this clearing of divine feminine, like the damsel in distress. Like, there's a very girl power undertone to this. And the cards are so similar. I think one comes before the other. Well, there's one in between, but I just feel like it's so connected. Your 2 cards, your oracle cards, are super connected, and also your underlying tarot, because it is about being stagnant. Don't stick around. Don't get caught up in your head too much. Start to move forward. Start to create. And if your hopes are to share it with other people and build a legacy with other people, then it's very possible that could happen. But I see that if balance is not created, if there isn't an equal give and take in a relationship, or this generosity isn't well received, or something happens with it, I see us taking a step backward. So accepting some generosity from somebody else might lead you to feeling like kind of at their whim. But I just see so much potential. So there is a big possibility that you could be... Let's pick another card, actually. Okay. Now it makes sense. So, with whatever you're doing to help other people move out of a lonely or difficult situation, if you are trying to do something within the field of health and you're helping the ill or the needy in any way move out of a difficult situation into a peaceful one, there's so many different careers that could do that in so many different ways. I see this as being something that you are taking on personally. So you're going home at the end of the night and you are stewing in this crap. You are sitting in it. If you are a social worker and you are helping people, children, if you are helping children, that's also a possibility. And you are going home, you're supposed to go home to a peaceful environment. And it seems right now you're not. You're taking your work home with you. And it's affecting your finances, and it's affecting your passionate romantic life. You need to start like saging yourself, taking nice Epsom salt baths, doing nice self-care things for yourself, and leaving the baggage of other people, even though you care, at the door, and not bringing it into your home, into your personal life. It's very important. Being a strong woman for other people is also very important, but there is a need for every strong woman or man to accept that you cannot always take on the burdens of other people. And if you are an empathic person, you will end up living those people's pains and suffering for them, which isn't doing them any good. You're not going to be a better helper by being worn down and not feeling well. So this is your call to take care of yourself, and it may need you might need to voice mental health day or something and take a little break, or go away for a couple days. If that's what you need, only you know what you need. You need to like listen to yourself, be a little more. This is very psychic. So and this card is also Cancer is very psychic. I've got kind of a psychic mental like blockage card. So psychically you might feel blocked right now, but that clarity is going to come in. It's going to move things along for you. I see great potential. We have the Ten of Pentacles, victory, abundance, like abundance that keeps on giving to generations, past and present and future. So there's a gift. In the past, you could have had one seed and then were gifted something else. I just feel like there's a generosity here. It's either coming into your life or you are giving it to other people in whatever way you do. And there's a need for self-care and to cleanse our energy at the end of the day. Even if you just have a little sage stick by your door, and when you walk into your house every day, you light it above, safely above like a bowl or something, and just, clean yourself, cleanse yourself, then take a hot shower. You can do it after, might even be better that way, before bed. And there is a divine feminine energy, but it's a very powerful energy, and it just needs to know that it has its waxing and waning cycles, and it needs to be able to shine bright at the full moon, but when it's time for a new moon, it's time for quiet and stillness and inner reflection. There's like secrets hidden that you're missing because you're taking on other people's stuff. You could be really connected to the divine if you just simply took the time to self-care a little more, and to make sure that you're not taking on other people's, not entangling yourself in other people's lives post the time that you need to. So I think I got it. All right, Cancer. I hope you have a great cycle this mid-January to mid-February, and I will see you in the middle of February. Take care. Bye-bye.